What? Come on. I'm streaming, right? Okay. Quite a lengthy delay for Twitch to pick up my stream there, but I'm on. Here I am. Saturday, 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 Saturday. It's a Saturday afternoon for me, maybe not for you, and I'm working on my game like I do every single day. 23 days in a row I've worked on my game. My previous record was 300 something. Okay, let's get to it, because I gotta do some other stuff this afternoon. So let me finish this session. I'll start with a quick demo. Clear. All right. Okay, so I hit play, and I noticed that the game is actually working, even though I see all kinds of problems. So I can press the key, and the character moves, and right now one sound effect plays, no matter what I do. So the sound effect for walking is the same as the sound effect for dying, is the same as the sound effect for bumping against a wall, is the same. It's all the same sound effect. And that's because I wrote a little bit of code to map the sound effects, and I didn't do all the sound effect mappings. So the other thing that you're seeing, if you've been kind of following this more recently but not previously, you're seeing, there's sort of a old project set of streams I did where the game was much further along, and the new project set of streams I did in the last month, where we haven't seen any gameplay at all until today. Today it's working. You can move around. There's various problems. The first one I see is like the animations for the player aren't working, so maybe I need to import some more assets and fix some references and code and stuff for that. But that's not what I'm going to do in this session. In this session, I'm going to fix the sound effects. I'll make it so that they all map to different things. So yeah, let us do that. Turn off this maximize on play. Okay, some more things I did between the end of the last session and right now. I had a couple of to-do comments in my sound effect manager, and it was about how to protect against sound effects attempting to play before finish loading. Well, I added a new method called isLoading that can be called, and it will just simply say if there's any current loading activity in progress. So that's there. How to reset to defaults when arriving at a level with no overrides. So then I did some more design work, and I thought, well, there's some sound effects which are common across all levels, and I want those to just always be loaded in. There's no reason to unload or reload as I change from one scene to another. So I'll call those the common sound effects. Then there are the level specific or per level sound effects, which would be like, there's something that happens just on one level. One example is this thing called the apple of infinite speed. And it's got like this sort of droning wah 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 kind of sound effect that goes with it, but it's only on one level, so it's a per level sound effect. I added some interfaces to load. I should say I updated the existing functions to allow you to just load in sound effects for just one level. And I added some logic which would also let you override for one level one of the common sound effects. And so whenever you call these methods to load a sound effect, either load melodic for a melodic sound effect, which we'll probably get a chance to hear today, or load non-melodic, it'll also add a scene unload action. And the scene unload action will either be to revert the sound effect to the default if it's an override, or it will be to unload the sound effect if it's just only used on that level and it's not an override of a common sound effect. So all that's there, and that's a pretty good structure for going forward, or a pretty good set of methods to call to manage the sound effects. So this here is all the common sound effects. I'm going to remove these Apple ones as common sound effects because I just described that particular case. The Apple is a per level sound effect. So I'll take those out. Okay, so the remaining ones are all common, but they're all currently pointing to disintegrate 1, disintegrate 2, 3. Just because I did a copy and paste thing to get things rolling. So I'll just figure out what the correct wave files are that should go with each sound effect and put them in. And that's what I'm doing on this session. Okay, this little pocket design I can delete. Get rid of the Apple stuff. I think I'm also going to get rid of some sound effects that are not used yet. I'll keep them here to remind me that I thought through that it would be nice to have a sound effect there. I'll keep a comment there, but I'll comment out this. Okay. Alright, I'll get rid of these. Okay. Okay, these I will no longer use. But right before I delete this, I want to okay. There's not a lot of logic here, but I just want to remember what. I want to come back to it later when I put back in the Apple as a per level loading effect. Before deleting Apple sound effects. Okay. So now just delete it with impunity. No comeuppance. Okay. So this leaves me these sound effects. I'll come back over to the sound effect manager. Just as a reference, put this here. I know I took out the axle stuff. Took out the door stuff. Okay, I think that's it. Okay. So Born was, it was some kind of harp noise. Okay. Sound effects. That's for the Apple. This, I think, is for the steps. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's for stairs. Clarinet, this should be for flinging. Okay, so this is for Born. make these addressable. Oops, it's going to be like a percussion. Okay, so back to and force to mono. No, I don't think I'm not sure if I want to do like a spatial sound thing on this. I'm just not sure. If I was going to do spatial sound, then it would make sense to force it to mono. But the way the sound design is going right now, it feels like most of the actions that happen in the game are meant to not sound realistic, but to sound as though they contribute to an overall song, I guess. So I'll have to play with the sound design some more, but for right now I don't see any reason to force this to mono. Okay, so that should be born. Let me see. Disintegrate is already done. Fall. What was fall? Fall was it was a percussion, and it was like I think it was a timpani. Let me check. Yes. Oh, it's melodic too. Cool. This will be my first melodic one that I try. So let's make this addressable. So this is A. Okay. So then I want I want this reference here so I can set up the arrays correctly. A, C, F sharp. Oops. F pound 1. True because it is melodic, and then A, null. Tell me strings are nullable. Okay, good. Next one's going to be F, so I've got How many to F? No, wait, no, C. Got 2, and then I got C. Oh. Then C sharp, no. D, no. D sharp, no. E, no. F, no. F sharp, G, and GS, so then 2 more nulls there. So this should count to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's get an assertion in there. Melodic, I want. Bug. Maybe it's like assert. And this is the part actually where the editor was nice, because the editor would let me kind of drag in these WAV resources into the right place, and then I could kind of test it out and check that the notes sounded right when I went and played all 12 in the octave. But that's okay. It's okay. I don't have to add that many of these, so it's not a bad trade to get rid of that for simpler code. Okay, fling. What was the fling sound? It was... Oh, fling is... Alright, I have to go back to my history. Okay, so I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. This is a nice thing. I didn't think of this as a benefit, but having a record of how the game worked previously just stored here is actually helpful to me. It's actually very helpful for me. So let me just play one of these videos, and it'll remind me of what it's supposed to sound like. It goes on to slowly to the next stage of the game, the next turn. So a step always is instant. As soon as you have given the order to do something, it's done. Fling. Oh, step.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
So when you're holding.
So it's clarinets, then horns. Womp. Okay, got it. So fling is going to be the horns. It's melodic. And the horns are here. Cool. Addressable. I'm thinking what I want to do with this actually though is help myself out a bit and just rename these sound effects for what they are. Do I want to do that now though? I don't think I do. I changed my mind on that. We'll leave that for later. So A sharp, E2, and G2. Okay. So A sharp, E2, and G2. Okay. Okay, so A sharp, that means we start with null for A. Then I want to get, let's see, how many between these? A sharp and E2 is going to be how many nulls? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nulls. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, between E and G, it's 1, 2. 2 nulls. Okay. Now, fling is interesting. Fling, I'm really proud of that sound effect actually. Okay. So if I remember right, it was like each direction had an octave. And I think I didn't have enough octaves to cover all 4 of them, so I think 2 of them share an octave. Let me check out what I've got. It's going to be clarinets. Did I mark these all addressable? I did not. Oh, it just occurred to me a thing I could do. I could use the addressable name to handle the mapping. I don't want to. Okay. Also, fling blocked. I don't remember this. This This seems wrong. Yeah, that seems redundant. Let me double check. Oh, I bet you these other ones are mono. Yes, that's mono. Okay, let me use these. But all right, it's starting to solidify in my mind how I want to do this. So it's going to be A sharp, E2, G2. A sharp, E2, G2. So let's say rename. Fling A sharp, G2, E2. A sharp, E2, G2. Okay. And I don't need, on this one I don't need the octave, so I'll just remove that. Okay, these guys, let's make them not addressable. Not addressable. Not addressable. It's weird to me that these have got references, so I want to see okay, I still got a prefab for sound effect map, which I should just delete. Okay. Prefabs. There. So now if I go back, my sound effects, horns, okay. I've changed my mind on this like 3 times now about how I'm going to organize these. Okay, fling. You just would not believe how close those planes are. It should be A sharp. Okay. Yeah, so let's just move these up a level. Alright, so I don't think these are... those are not melodic, so I'm going to change my convention here a little bit. I'm going to call them 1. So I'll say that if it's non-melodic, I'll just call it born 1, born 2, born 3. Or I'll call it name 1, name 2, name 3. I think I accidentally clicked load in background and I don't want that. Apply that, okay. So let's change this. Okay, and fall, I'm just gonna do fall A, fall C, and fall F sharp. Yeah, it's much more compact. Boy, it kind of looks like I already have some stuff here for falling. Problem is with that is those ones are not properly melodic. There's only 2 of them there. Just delete those. So then this guy, rename. Sounds awesome. A, C, F sharp. Okay, fall. A, C, F sharp. All good. Okay. So then the flings. My favorite sound effect. Also the hardest one for me to kind of reconstruct. So all these clarinets, I've got how many octaves? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's still basically a 3-octave range. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I do have one that seems to have more of a range. The D's. Okay. So let me think how I want to map this. So it's B, D, F, G sharp. Oh, that's kind of nice. Fling, north, south, west, east. Okay. Available. B3, B4, B5. The number on the end is the octave it goes to. So these are all the same note, but they're different octaves. So here's the lowest one. Next one up. And then the highest. Okay, so the D's, I've got 4 octaves, which should allow me some variety when I assign this. So D3 through D6. Okay, then F3 through F5. Then G sharp 3 through 5. So each of the 4 will all be capable of playing any note, but they'll be constrained to an octave. So I think the way I want to do it is we'll say north is going to be 5 and 6. South will be 4. Let me think. South will just be I kind of like the idea of north being higher pitched. So I'll make south 3, west 4, east 5. So if I do 5 and 6, that means we'll be doing that won't work as great as I'd hoped. So B, D, B, D, F, G. So if I use that D6, then I won't have good interpolation between these other ones. This will sound fucked up whenever I play a C or an E or a... Yeah, basically C and E will sound wrong. So I don't think I can use that D6 at all. I think I've only got 5, 3, and 4 to play with. So why don't I make 5 high-pitched south, that lower-pitched. West and east will be the middle. And yeah, that'll do it. Okay. So let's see. How do I name these things? Just following the same convention I did before. That's how. Okay. So let me just get rid of D6. Playing guide B3. Then I just move all this stuff up a level. Delete the clarinet. Check the addressables here. Are these right? Born. Fall. Oh, I gotta make them addressable. Let's see, did it fix the... Yes, it did. Okay. So if I want to change an addressable name in the future, the easiest way is to name the file as I wish it to be. And then unclick addressable and then re-click it again. So here, if I go Yeah. Fling block I don't think I'm using yet. In fact, I don't... Huh. I don't think it's a good sound effect to include, to be honest. It's kind of an interesting sound, though. I might end up reusing it. That's not the way to decide on sounds. I'll delete it. Okay. If I force it to mono, does it? Yes, this is a good one to force to mono. Double check. Is this? Yep. I love this new addressable thing. It really does improve the usefulness of Unity. It's exactly the type of problem that Unity should set out to solve. Because I didn't like before when it was just more convoluted to address things, and this is pretty good. Okay, did I get all of these? Okay. So north is going to be BD. Well, all of them are going to be like this, but okay, so it's just goes BDF. Not 6. Only 5. Okay, and then just get rid of this. I don't need it. Get rid of this. I don't need it. Okay. So fling. Between B and D, there is 1, 2, 2. Between D and F, there are 2. 2 notes in the chromatic scale. Between F and G sharp, probably 2. Yep. And this should add up to 12. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whoa, no, I'm wrong. Okay, so what did I miss? There's 2 before B. A and A sharp. Okay. So that makes north. This should be true. This should be true. True. Okay. Okay, then south I want to be octave 3. Okay, west and east I want to be 4. Okay. Okay, push and pushed. So if you push, it's like a drum beat. I remember that. Oh man. Wow, time is just really flying by here. Okay, let me hurry, because I made a promise I would stop at 3. Okay. I think these are walking noises. Oh, this ended up being disintegrate. This is one I used for the steps for a little bit and decided I didn't like it as much as the cello. Oh, here we go. Push. Yep. Just double check if I'm right about disintegrate. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, so let's get rid of these so there's just less clutter. And anything I see in this base directory I should use instead of what I see in like one of these, I'll call them reference directories, because if I made any sound design changes, they would have occurred in these files that are over here. Push and push are ready to go. Just gotta Make them addressable. Although these, I believe, have yeah, those are melodic, so the name on that is wrong. Okay. If I can figure out what the correct name is. Cool. Just rename these. So, pushed. Okay, I think I'll just get rid of these because I want that sound effect to be melodic. It might not have been before. Okay, addressable, push 1, 2, 3. This will be melodic. It's going to be pushed. Okay, so pushed A1, C1, D sharp. Okay, pushed A1, pushed D1, pushed F sharp, no, D sharp, pushed F sharp. Okay, so let me say A1, and then between A and D is 1, 2, 3, 4. Between D, really? D and D sharp? Is that right? No, it's C. Okay, so it's C1. I'm guessing it's going to be more like this. Okay, is that right? Between A and C, 1, 2. Between C and D sharp, 1, 2. Between D sharp and F sharp, 1, 2. And then 2 more after that. Okay, cool. No. F sharp and then 2 more.
Let's see how it adds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Slid. I think that's non-melodic. That was probably the slide right there. We got 2 for variation. Okay. Slid 1. Okay. Slid 1. Slid 2. Okay. Stairs are kind of tough. That's going to be the cello. So let me see. It's A, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I just won't use 5. Ah. It's like impossible to uninstall iTunes. Cancel. Go to hell. Go away. Go the fuck away. Never come back. Please. See, it's even hard to quit iTunes. It thinks it's so essential. iTunes. I get to force quit you because you're such a pain in the ass. Fucking hate you. I hate you even more than I hate the App Store. And that's saying a lot.
What? Are you renaming or not? I can't figure it out. Looks like maybe there's already a stairs A2. Is that the case? And oh, is it? Okay, let me play them and see what the difference is. Versus. Oh my god, I don't like that. That sounded like a different note. 3 versus. God damn it, that's a different note. This kind of stuff can really mess me up. I don't think that's a different octave, I think it's a different note. Am I right? No, I guess that could be. Hold on, try A3 here. Ah, it's a fucking different note. So one of them's wrong. Okay, here is C. Playing it on my synthesizer. Versus. Okay, I don't know what these other ones are, but they're Fakaka. So I'm just going to delete them. I know where to get them back if I need them. So just go away. I don't trust you. You're off key. Thankfully the ones I renamed seem to be in key. Not just in key, I don't know what the right term is. They're playing at the right note that they're labeled as. The lower notes are harder for me to hear the pitch difference. So let me do a mid. So that's an A. Okay, C, E, alright, C, D, E, F, G, so, it's hard for me to tell. C, B, there we go. Okay, it's important that I get these right, or it'll just drive me nuts later when I have to debug it. Okay, so it's 3 octaves. This one's got an extra one that I'll end up not using. Too bad. Okay, so stairs. Wow. Okay, so stairs. A2, C2, A, C, D sharp, F sharp. Then I just got to do the gaps again. So it's going to be 2 here. C and D sharp is 2 again. Those sounds come from Carnegie Mellon University. They're publicly licensed. D sharp to F sharp, and I'm a big fan of the contributions Carnegie Mellon has made to open source content or publicly licensed content. They've really helped us all out with some of their contributions. Okay. And these are just 2 different octaves. Okay, so I want to go to 3rd octave for medium. Fourth octave for high. So this is actually used to make a kind of a shepherd tone effect, but all the notes played as you walk up and down the steps are in key as well. So it's kind of like a arpeggio generator. It's really fun to listen to. Okay, so then let's move these, make them addressable, and then delete that. Actually, can I do them all? What happens if I do 2 and I make them addressable? And I force them mono. So if I come back, is this got a good name? A3. Has this got A4? Kept its own identity? Good. Okay, I can do them all that way then. That will save me time. That will save me lots of time. Okay, last one. Addressable, walk 1, walk 2. This just a subtle little sound. It's quite likable for me. I like it. Okay. I get to delete this. All right. Build everything. Okay. I'm gonna play, and probably something won't work. Okay, so it looks like I've got, some basically asset not found errors, probably related to my mapping. So let's look for pushed A1. Pushed A1 is not addressable. That's all it is. Force to mono, apply, push C1, addressable, Post the mono, apply, push D1, there we go. Okay, what else did it complain about? C1, D sharp, F sharp. Feels like I might have missed one. Yes, I did. I missed one. I'm going to force these to mono as well. And these ones I'll leave as... no, I won't leave them, because I think I also want them to play for... in a distance. I don't know. It's okay to force them to mono, though. Hurts nothing. And out, and save, and play. I'm not sure if those are new or old. Did I save this? Is everything saved? Is everything built? Alright, let us try it again. Pushed D sharp. Did not load. So let me look at that again. Oh, I think it's a mistake in my code here. So if I do okay, one. Okay, what else failed? Come on. Come on, what else? Pushed F sharp, got that one. Slid 3. There is no slid 3. There's just slid 1 and slid 2. So I'll delete that. Okay. Clear. Go. Okay, it ran clean. So let's see what we got. You know what I want? I want to hear one melodic thing playing. I want to hear one melodic thing. There it is. There's the melodic right there. Okay, so I gotta leave and do some stuff. Basically, what I set out to do is working. There's scores of other bugs that are preventing me from seeing playing all the sound effects that I want to play. And I'm just going to have to work through them.
but they're not like hard bugs. They're like, oh hey, Kamikaze Toy, it's been forever. Good to see you again, man. You caught me just as I'm taking off here. I gotta run to do an errand I promised to do. But yeah, so my project, the old project got screwed up, and I'm moving it into a new project and kind of fixing things as I go. Yeah, days and days. Anyways, I gotta take off. Hopefully I'll see you again one of these days. Cool. Alright, stop and stream. See you, man.